When or where would I see the Peace Commission in action?
Doesn't Cambridge have a couple of sister cities?
What does the Peace Commission do now?
Why did the city establish the Peace Commission?
The Peace Commission was originally established as the Cambridge Commission on Nuclear Disarmament and Peace Education. That actually remains the official name. And the idea behind it was to support ongoing efforts around nuclear disarmament and looking at issues of conflict resolution, how to educate young people about peace, looking at the seeds of conflict. And it was all within this framework of how can we as a city and as a community work to prevent the threat of nuclear war. So if just one nuclear weapon fell on Cambridge, which has MIT, Harvard, lots of military contractors then and today, what would be the effect? And that was really the origin of the city council saying we should have money spent and a city department devoted to preventing nuclear war, not just how to respond to nuclear war as a municipality.
What does the Peace Commission do now?
In today's Cambridge, some of the real issues that would address it, peace and conflict and community building, are things around how do we respond in the wake of traumatic events? How do we build community among people who might not have that much interaction with each other? So, as an example, we do a commemoration of the Holocaust. The Holocaust occurred before and during World War II in Europe. And what we do today is we bring together people from all these communities, bring all those people together, think about what's happened in the past, what we need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again, and what it means for us as a community. We also do a commemoration on Martin Luther King Day that again brings together people from the entire community to hear his words of the intersection of the giant triplets of racism, materialism, and militarism in today's context, and again what it means for us as a community in Cambridge. So those are the kinds of things the Peace Commission does today, as well as being part of a team of city departments called the Community Response Network that responds in the wake of traumatic events.
Doesn't Cambridge have a couple sister cities?
That was one of the very first initiatives, was to start a sister city relationship with Armenia, and that continues today. We have a sister city in El Salvador, which goes back to the Central America Solidarity Movement of the 1980s, and there are still active delegations of Cambridge residents who go down to El Salvador every year and bring people from El Salvador. We are developing a sister city relationship with Lekai in Haiti, which started coincidentally the day before the earthquake that happened in 2010.
How can I get involved in what the Peace Commission does?
It's really important that people come to different events. As I mentioned, the commemorations that the Peace Commission does, when we do have community meetings and gatherings in the wake of traumatic events, we reach out to people and hope that they can participate. When in the wake of those traumatic events there's something like a community vigil, we really encourage people to go to be of support, even if they're not directly affected. One thing that we're looking at doing this year for the first time is something we're tentatively calling Meet Your Neighbor Day. Finding ways that people who don't normally come together can come together. So those are very important things to me that we ask people to get involved in and to connect with each other and connect with their neighbors about.